And something that wouldn't have happened if I didn't share my imagination with books. They've even made like a modern dance, or like a modern dance kind of version of Fablehaven. This was in St. Louis with some modern dancers who, Madco, the Modern American Dance Company, who did a Fablehaven dance and brought it into schools and taught kids to do crazy Fablehaven dances. It was a really weird, cool experience to see my book turned into a dance, something I had never planned on. Unless it was like maybe here at a launch party or something. I even got to go to Hawaii where we explored the jungles there. My sister got to come to me on that book tour stuff. What was really cool about Hawaii, you got to lay every time you did a book presentation at a school. Nothing cuter and sweeter than having little Hawaiian kids putting lays on you before you do an author visit. It was pretty heavenly. Beyonders is my new series. People here tonight have not read Beyonders, almost for sure. I mean, maybe unless you got an advanced copy somehow, because this is the first day it's out. Consequently, you will see some Fablehaven characters around in the halls after the presentation. We wanted to bring back some Fablehaven characters because those are the characters that you guys know. Hopefully next year, if we do another launch party, which we will see, we will have some Beyonders characters there. If you guys have fun at the launch party, be sure to tell your friends. We like doing them if you guys like coming to them. Let me tell you a little bit about Beyonders and where the story came from, since this one is new to everybody. We have a lot of stories, well, a fair amount of stories, especially children's stories, where our main character crosses over to another world somehow. An example might be Narnia. They got into another world how? Wardrobe, right? Went through the wardrobe.
Depends on
How
which
about Dorothy? How'd she get to
Narnia you're
Oz?
going with.
Tornado, it's a twister, right? How did Alice get to Wonderland?
Rabbit hole.
Rabbit hole, or maybe like Looking Glass, right? There's a couple ways. For Beyonders, one of our main characters is a 13-year-old who crosses over to another world through the gaping jaws of the hippopotamus. Which is why we had the hippo tank jokes during the thing. In the story, he falls into the hippo tank at the zoo, and rather than getting eaten by a hippopotamus, it turns out to be the gateway to a land called Lyrian. Lyrian is a world where there is an emperor who is back. The emperor is not my grandpa in a World War II uniform. There's an emperor who systematically, the emperor is kind of that dude on the cover, right? That spooky looking guy. And the emperor is systematically trying to get rid of all the heroes. Not by killing the heroes, because that kind of turns them into martyrs. He's trying to break the heroes. He's trying to buy them off and turn them into sellouts, or leave them physically broken so they feel like failures. To build the world for Beyonders, I wanted it to feel like we'd truly gone somewhere else. And so, a lot of the creatures you will see in Beyonders aren't from our own mythologies. I didn't want to use creatures like centaurs from our own legends and myths. I tried to create some of my own stuff. For example, you'll see a warrior race called the Amar Cabal. The Amar Cabal are the people of the seed. These guys have seeds at the base of their skulls. If they're killed, the seed pops out, and if you plant it, they can regrow into their young adult forms. These guys can live over and over again. Some of the heroes we meet in Lyrian are seed men. There's a variety of, I don't want to give away everything in the book, obviously, but there's a variety of creatures that I invented for this series, and hopefully you will find it fun. Lyrian and the story of Beyonders is a lot about heroes. One of my main heroes is my grandpa. That's where my grandpa comes in his World War II uniform.
I was wondering.
My grandpa was a World War II pilot who was one of the only men that got off the ground at Pearl Harbor. And he fought all the way through the war until he flew escort for the Japanese when they surrendered aboard the Missouri. He has pictures from his own camera of the Japanese surrendering. So how about a round of applause for my grandpa? My grandpa is Emmett Cyclone Davis, and he's actually here tonight. He's sitting over there next to my grandma. Part of the reason in Fablehaven that we have grandparents,
It's okay, Brandon. It's okay. He's emotional.
Man, I'm getting all emotional, sorry. Part of the reason that we have grandparents in Fablehaven It's because I love them a lot, that's why. I love them.
Move on. It is so sweet.
And I actually did that on command. I'm a really good actor. No, it was pretty sincere. But I really do love my grandparents so much. And I've always looked at my grandpa as being someone who was my friend and a hero, which is why I had the grandparents in Fablehaven be important characters. There's all sorts of heroes that we have in our world. We've got classic heroes from books, right? Guys like Frodo, guys like Achilles or Odysseus. We have superheroes. We have political heroes like George Washington, guys who made our country great.
Jackson's my favorite.
Heroes who stood up for what was right, guys like Martin Luther King or Mother Teresa who lived a life of service. With Beyonders, I wanted to explore what would happen if a world got so cynical about heroes that we couldn't have heroes anymore. I think sometimes our world does get a little cynical about heroes, and with Beyonders, I'm exploring what would it be like if we lost our heroes, and what does it take to be a hero in a world that's grown a little bit cynical about heroes. I think it'll be a really, really cool series. If you've liked my other stuff, it'll take you on a great ride. If you guys enjoy Beyonders, please spread the word, tell people about it. It is a new series, and I'm hoping that I find a readership for it, because I think it's cool in a lot of the same ways Fablehaven was cool, and in some ways maybe more epic and a bigger story than Fablehaven ever tried to be. It'll be a 3-book series, and it should be fun. I wanted to thank a few other people before I get off the stage and we get to signing some stuff. My editor is here, Lisa Abrams. She's here someplace. Where are you? Stand up if you're here. Where are you? Are you here? Anyways. Oh, there she is. Yep, there she is. She edited Beyonders. She came out from New York to be here with us today, which I really appreciate. And Simon & Schuster is who threw this launch party for us. Let's have a round of applause for Simon & Schuster. Let's also have a round of applause. Shadow Mountain did a lot to help us get the word out for the launch party, and they also were here selling books today, and they have been really supportive about my new series, and we have more books planned with them, including Candy Shop 2, War 2. So let's have a round of applause for Shadow Mountain. And also there's a guy, Matthew Serve, and his crew. They helped did all the tech stuff and made the beautiful sets to make this party look really cool. So let's thank them too. I sometimes get asked about future books and when stuff is coming out. The plan, Beyonders will be a 3-book series. The next book will come out next March. The March after that will be the 3rd book. Candy Shop War 2 will probably be the second half of next year, so next year we'll see Beyonders 2 and Candy Shop War 2. And after that, I do have plans for a lot of other books and series. I will be writing a book or 2 a year for a long time. If you want to stay in touch with me, you can track me down. BrandonMole.com is a good place for general information. You can see that really cool book trailer that Simon & Schuster produced, like that little movie preview for the book. That's there on BrandonMole.com. Please share it with your friends if you like it. I think that's a good way to give a feel for what the book is like. Also, I am on Twitter. It's just Brandon Mole. I think all lowercase, all one word. Brandon Mole on Twitter. I tweet a lot if I'm on the road, and I'll let you know if I'm in your area or just kind of stuff that's going on. Those are ways to keep in touch if you would like to keep in touch with me. I think now we're going to get ready to do a book signing. Those of you who are going to be in the book signing, just kind of be a little bit patient. I know we have a fairly big crowd here tonight, and so there are people who will help organize how quiet will flow. I will try to be quick so that the line can move fairly fast. I know it's a weeknight, and so often in signing lines, I'll kind of take my time and really chat with people. Tonight, because it's a pretty big audience, we'll have to be sort of fast, so I'll be in quick mode. If you want to talk and hang out, just watch BrandonMole.com. There'll be other signings and other signings coming down the road where I'll have more time to be a little bit more personable. Oh yeah, t-shirts. My parents, they run a company here in Utah called Bright Star. Bright Star does home care. If people if you need nurses to come in and give you care in the home, or if you need any sort of home care kind of needs, Brightstar provides that, and they decided that they would do t-shirts for me this year. They are Beyonders t-shirts. If you would like to get t-shirts, the t-shirts are $15 each. They're pretty cool, and all of the proceeds from the t-shirts are going to like this Alzheimer's fund, so it's all like charity money as far as anything that gets spent. Beyonders t-shirts are a fun way to spread the word and hopefully help out with Alzheimer's. They have a table out there someplace. Thank you for being a very nice audience. Thank you for coming.